Hello everybody and welcome back to the Ghost Glider. I'm Matt, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do the Paradox Junction main Easter egg. Before we jump in, I have a few things I need to tell you. 1. Bring in any weapon that you so please. Bring in any gobblegum you think you should take in. One that I do highly recommend is Shields Up. Field upgrade, I always recommend Ether Shroud or Healing Aura. For tacticals, stims or decoys are always great. For lethals, I would suggest taking in either a Semtex or an impact grenade, but make sure you are able to craft combat axe and a Molotov in the game. So if you're not a high enough level, I would suggest taking a few games and leveling up so you can be able to craft combat axe and a Molotov. Just like every other map, I would suggest using one of the dedicated crew operators, which is Dempsey, Nikolai, Takio, Richtofen, Maya, Weaver, Gray, or Carver. I would suggest using those for more story details, but that is not required. And then for the last thing, make sure you are able to use Brain Rot Ammo Mod. So if you don't have that unlocked, continue to level up until you can use it. And then final thing that I want to say before we officially jump in is most of these steps can be done in any order you so please. So I'm just going to say these steps in the order that I would suggest. I will tell you when you can start doing each step, but again, you can do them in pretty much any order you so please. Officially starting on Paradox Junction, there's two areas that you're going to mainly be looking at. Where you start off, I'm calling the destroyed Nuketown. Later on, you're going to be shown the clean Nuketown. Some people call it past and the future, some of it call it destroyed and clean. I call it destroyed and clean. You're going to open up the map, and upstairs in the yellow house, in the destroyed version, there's going to be vials right here. Then in the greenhouse, there's going to be the sink. Interact with it twice. You're going to be inserting this liquid, and then you're going to be picking it up with those vials that you just collected. Then in the backyard over here in like the little garden area in the yellow house, there's going to be keys. You want to pick them up. Then you're going to go to round 7 or 8. There's going to be a dog round. After every dog round, it is going to manually teleport you to the opposite version that you're on. So this, you're officially going to be on the clean version. Then what you're going to want to do is walk over to this truck, interact with the truck, and then walk over here to orbish kind of looking thing. There's going to be 4 orbs. You're going to shoot them, kill the zombies around it, and repeat for all 3 orbs. And that's how you just unlocked Pack-a-Punch. In the yellow house over here, you're going to see the swing set. You're going to either shoot or melee it, and then pick up the swing seat. Now we're going to be playing the RC game to get the chalk. Next thing what you're going to do is going to be this rift. This is how you can manually transfer between place to place. So if it's not a dog round and you really need to get to another area, you can pay 3,000 points and travel to the other Nuketown. Around the map, there's going to be an RC remote. What you want to do is you want to find it and interact with it. The locations can be here next to the Pack-a-Punch, in the yellow garage over here on the broken shelf, and over here in the greenhouse garden area. Once you find it, all you have to do is interact with it. Then you're going to be playing this little mini RC game. Just follow my path exactly how it is. Once you're on this platform, you have to jump from here to here. Just be careful because it is a little finicky. And then once you get into this little area, you're going to crawl through this hole, go over to this red barrel, and then detonate the RC car. And that garage is now going to be open. What you want to do is you're going to go inside the garage, wait for this. There's going to be a character in there that's kind of in this praying motion, and you're going to wait for him to disappear. Then a piece of chalk is going to literally just appear out of thin air, and you're going to collect it. Then you're going to go back into where the swing set is in the yellow house in the destroyed version still, and you're going to interact with it twice. You're going to place the swing set seat, and then you're going to place the chalk. Now you can pretty much do quite a few different steps, but I'm going to show you how to do each of them specifically in this order. So the next thing that I would recommend doing is getting the Blundergat. While you get the Blundergat, you can start another step or do whatever you want, but I'm just going to specifically show you how to get the Blundergat. In the destroyed version, you're going to be looking for a specific mannequin, a specific crack in the wall, and a specific cyst. So the way that you can tell this apart from the other ones is when you get close to them, they're going to be ringing. All 3 of these have the same ringing noise. So across the map in the destroyed version, you're going to walk up to each mannequin, and if it's ringing like this noise, then you know you found the right one. Just like the mannequin, you're going to do the same thing with every single cyst. This is what a cyst looks like, and when you walk up to it and you can hear it ringing, you know that you have the right one. What you're going to do for this one is for the cyst, you're going to get zombie kills near it. It's a soul box, and once done, it should drop the barrel of a shotgun. Actually, it's the barrel of a Blundergat. Now, this crack in the wall, you're going to find those locations, and if it's ringing, that usual ringing noise, then that's the right crack in the wall. The locations are on the top of the stairs, right here in greenhouse, right here in the garage of the yellow house, and right here on the wall to the right of the Der Wonderfizz. Now what you want to do is you want to travel to the clean version of Nuketown. First thing you want to do is you want to find that mannequin that was ringing, and you want to interact with the adjacent one that is in the clean version. So exactly where that mannequin was in the destroyed version that was ringing, in the clean version, it's not going to be ringing anymore, but as long as you memorize which one was ringing, just interact with it and mist will go on its face. Then you want to go to the wall that had the crack in it in the destroyed that was ringing, and you want to throw an explosive at it. This is why I told you to bring in either an impact or a semtex. The wall should blow up, and you should be able to pick up another part of the Blundergat. Then if you go upstairs in the yellow house, in the main, I guess, camper room is the way I like to say it, on the bookshelf right here is going to be sealant. You want to collect that. And then finally, what you want to do is you want to go back to the destroyed version, and where that mannequin was that was ringing, there should be now a pile of dust and another part for the shotgun. If nothing is there, or it's a points vial, then you did interact with the wrong one. And all you have to do is look for the right one, go back and clean, interact with it, and the mist should go on there, and eventually you should get the one that melts down in the destroyed version to give you the part. If you have all 4 parts in the van in the main area in the destroyed, you're gonna melee right here on this workbench. Then you're going to craft, and then you'll be able to collect the Blundergat. Now I'm going to be showing you how to upgrade the Blundergat. Again, most of these steps can be done in any order, but I'm just going to show you how to do everything to optimize the time. So for the upgrade, it's going to take quite a few rounds. Either in the back of Yellow House, in the back of Greenhouse, or where Der Wonderfizz is, there's going to be a tornado zombie. Some people call it a tortured zombie, but it's going to be a zombie that is kind of like in the air by a fire tornado. What you want to do is you want to walk up to it, and the tornado is going to let it down, and it's going to start following you. Zombies will spawn or go near it. You want to kill the zombies near it, but not the zombie specifically. Why I tell you to kill the zombies near it is because the zombie kind of does like a latch onto it, and when the more zombies that are near it, the more damage the tornado zombie takes. Once you have the tornado zombie and it's following you, you want to take it to the van where you crafted the Blundergat. Once it's on top of the van, right here in front of the workbench, then you want to kill it with the Blundergat, and its soul will go inside the workbench. Then you want to flip around and repeat this step. Again, it can spawn in either the back of Greenhouse, the back of Yellow House, or in front of Der Wonderfizz. You want to walk up to it, kill any zombies that are around it, take it to the van, and then kill it so that soul can go back in. Flip around one more time, and you're going to find the tortured zombie. This time, as soon as it touches the ground, it's going to turn into a mimic. It's going to work the exact same way. Zombies are going to spawn, and it's going to take damage from those zombies, and you want to take it to the van. Once again, quickly kill it in the van next to the workbench, and its soul will go inside of the thing. If with any of these steps the tornado zombie dies, you don't need to worry. It will respawn at the next round. But if you did get all 3 tornado zombie souls inside of the machine, then what you want to do is you want to go to the clean version of Nuketown, melee the van's workbench, place your Blundergat, and then you're going to quickly go back to the destroyed version, melee the workbench, and you'll be able to collect the upgraded Blundergat. This step can be called a few different things. I call it the piano step, some people call it the jack step. But once you get the chalk, you can officially start playing the children's games. There's 3 of them all together, and I'm going to be showing you how to do the piano one now because this is the most annoying. Starting with as soon as you place the chalk on the swing set, you need to go to an arsenal machine, buy brain rot, and then go to the back of Greenhouse. Eventually, a piano zombie will spawn. This zombie will not directly go after you. What you need to do is you need to shoot that zombie. Don't kill, but shoot with the weapon that you have brain rot on. Then it's going to walk inside of the house in greenhouse, and it's going to stand next to this piano. Quickly switch to the clean version, and if done right, then the piano zombie should have opened the piano. Now go back to the destroyed version of Nuketown, and there's going to be 8 symbols in the map. If these are piano keys, you don't need to learn how to play the piano or anything like that. It's just figuring out which order you have to click them. If you have teammates, have the teammates hold off the zombies so you can figure out the order. Or if you're by yourself, then this is going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt because there's going to be zombies on you, but just bear with me. So all symbols are always in the same spots. These spots are in the back of the bunker in the greenhouse, right here in the yellow house garden area, right here on this fence, which is what I call the camper corner, right here on the side of the bus, on the side of the building, right here next to this mailbox, adjacent from that last one, literally the next house over, right behind this mannequin, and then right here on the rock in front of Pack-a-Punch. What you want to do is you want to find the order in which you have to press them. If you walk up to each of these things but don't interact with them, you'll see that they're blinking. You want to figure out how many times each symbol is blinking. If it's blinking 1, write it down as this area is blinking 1. If it blinks twice, then what you're going to want to do is you want to write down that this area, it's blinking twice. It can blink all the way up to 8. If it blinks once, that's 1. If it blinks twice, that's 2. If it blinks 3 times, that's 3. So what you want to do is you want to interact with the symbols. Yes, interact. So if you're playing on PlayStation, that's square, or if you're playing on computer, it's probably E. But you want to walk up to them, interact with them, and what you're going to do is the one that's blinking 1, that's going to be number 1. The one that's blinking 2, that's going to be number 2, 3, 4, all the way to 8. And if done right, your character should say something like, "What is this tune?" If done wrong, it's fine, flip around and try it again. Now, if you did get it right and you got all of them right, then what you want to do is you want to go to the clean version of Nuketown and interact with the piano. And you're going to play it in this order. Here's an image of the right things to press. And it's always going to be, this is the right way to press it. Next thing you want to do is you want to go back to Destroyed, and there's going to be 3 floating zombies outside in the distance. And you want to shoot all 3 of them. Once again, go back to the clean version, and right here is going to be a floating ball. What you want to do is you want to interact with it. This is the game that people call jacks. Every time that it's going to spawn zombies, they won't attack you, but then the zombies are going to float in the air. When the zombies are jumping in the air, you want to shoot them as quickly as possible. Don't worry, the zombies are instant kills, but you need to shoot them while they are in the air. If the zombies touch the ground, then you fail the step. Luckily, you don't need to flip around or anything. It's just a 60-second cooldown, and then the ball will spawn again, and you'll interact with it and try again. It's about 3 or 4 rounds that you have to do this for, and after the 4th round, a mini nuke should go off, and a glowing thing should show up. What you want to do is you want to get kills with the upgraded Blundergat. What you're going to do is you're going to continuously get kills. This might take a round or 2 and fill it up with the Blundergat. Thing is going to move. Just continue getting kills until it gets to its final destination, which is going to be the piano. And a mini nuke is going to go off. And once that mini nuke goes off, that game is now done. The next game is Hopscotch. Again, as soon as you place the chalk on the swing set, you can start this one. In the destroyed Nuketown, right here is going to be a box. You want to interact with it and then interact with it again to collect seeds. In the clean version of Nuketown, you want to place the seeds right here. A mini nuke should go off, and you want to get kills with either the Blundergat or the upgraded Blundergat. It's a pretty hefty amount of zombies, so it might take a round, but once done, a mini nuke should go off. Then what you want to do is you want to craft or collect tomahawks. Then go to the destroyed version of Nuketown and throw a tomahawk at the tree 3 times, and you'll collect wood pieces. You're going to be collecting 3 wood pieces together, which is why I said throw a tomahawk at it 3 times, because each time you throw a tomahawk, it'll drop 1 piece. Then Back in the clean version, you're going to place the wood in the fireplace, go find a Molotov or craft a Molotov, and throw it in the fireplace. Then what you want to do is you want to go back to the destroyed version, and there should be an X in front of Der Wonderfizz. What you want to do is stand on the X, and if you're solo, quickly teleport to the clean version. If you're playing with a team, just continue to stand on the X and have a teammate teleport to the clean version. If done right, then the number should spawn right in front of where that X was in the clean version. And this is the hopscotch step. Interact with this mist or orb that is on the 1. You're going to be put in third person, and you're going to be jumping from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. And eventually, this black mist is going to cover an area. When you get in front of that, you want to jump over it. So you want to time it perfectly, and as it's changing to the next number, then just jump over to the next one. And you're going to go all the way to 12. Now that black mist, when it hits 1, it's going to revert back to 11. So when you get to 12, I would wait, and as soon as it's off of 11 and it goes to 10, then I would jump to 11, and then you're going to de-escalate back from 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, all the way to 1. Once you quickly go from 1 to 12, and then to 12 to 1, then you finish the step, and another soul box glowing thing will spawn. You want to get kills with it with the upgraded Blundergat, and again, this one is going to move around the map. Its end location is going to be the fireplace. When done correctly, a mini nuke will go off and a max ammo, and the hopscotch step is now done. This next step is Foursquare. First thing you want to do is you want to get Wisp T and Death Perception. So in Destroyed, over here next to Pack-a-Punch is going to be this light or announcer post that you want to find. It's right here actually, and on the top of it is going to be goggles. You want to shoot those goggles and they should drop down to the floor. Activate your wisp, and you get this by getting kills, and eventually your wisp will go collect the goggles and put it inside of the map for you, and you want to pick up those goggles. Then around the map there's going to be 3 locations where you are going to need your Death Perception. Using Death Perception, you'll be able to find a headset. These locations are fixed spawns, so it's going to be one of these 3 areas. It can either be right here in the hand of this mannequin in the yellow garden area, it could be in the greenhouse upstairs room on this clothes hanger, or it can be right here in between these garbage cans next to the gobblegum machine. It'll be outlined red because you have Death Perception, and all you have to do is interact with it. In the clean version of Nuketown, there's going to be a box right here. You want to interact with the box once to open it, and then interact with it again to place the headset and the goggles. Then what you want to do is go back into the destroyed version of Nuketown, and you're going to be finding a ball. It can either be right here on the roof in Trinity Avenue, it can be right here on the Yellow House backyard, like the balcony roof area, or it can be right here on the military crates, again in Trinity Avenue. What you have to do is you have to shoot the ball, and the ball should glow blue and move. You're going to continue to shoot the ball and direct it towards the backyard of the greenhouse, and you want to make sure the ball is going to be standing on the X mark. If the ball gets to the X, then good news, that part is done and you just have to teleport to the clean version. If the ball decides to stop glowing blue or disappear, you just have to go to the next round and wait for it to spawn again, and it can spawn in any of those 3 locations again. But again, if you do end up getting the ball on the X and the X starts to glow, all you have to do is go to the clean version of Nuketown. Now that you're in clean version, go to where that X was and the ball was, and now Foursquare should spawn. What you're going to want to do is you want to take out your melee weapon. Then you're going to interact with the ball that is in the middle of Foursquare. All you want to do is you want to melee the ball into a different square. So you're going to follow it, melee, follow melee, and it's about 30 seconds that you have to go in a circle with. And eventually, Foursquare, the timer will go out, a mini nuke will go off, and once again, a soul box will spawn. What you're going to want to do is get kills with the upgraded Blundergat, and continuously follow the thing while getting souls until you get to final destination is the toy box. If it does get to its final destination, a mini nuke will go off and a max ammo will spawn. Now, I would suggest preparing for boss. So get pack 3, tier 3 armor, legendary, and if you have mule kick, I would personally suggest getting the ray gun or the ray gun Mark II, keep your Blundergat, and have some sort of bullet weapon. You can use any ammo weapon that you want, but I personally like to use brain rot for this boss fight, just so when zombies get a little hectic, one of them will be turned and go after the others. And I would also have Casimir's, because there's a defense step that happens quite a few times during the boss fight, and when zombies start to go after it, it does get a little hectic. And self-revives as well. Alright, say you are ready for boss. What you're going to want to do is you want to go to the destroyed version of Nuketown. Over here, there's going to be a clock. You want to make sure the big hand and the small hand, or if you don't know how to tell a clock, then the red hand and the white hand are both on 12. If they're not both on 12s, you just got to shoot them until they're both on 12. Then what you want to do is you want to quickly teleport to the clean version, but while the teleporting animation is going on, you want to shoot the red or big hand. You just have to shoot it once, and if done right, a sound cue will go off, and a soul or orb type of thing will show up next to the piano. What you're going to want to do is you want to sit by the piano, and the girls are going to, the twins are going to have like a mini conversation, and then turn into the soul again. You're going to go to each of the locations, so the next is the toy box, so the girls are going to turn it, soul's going to turn into the girls again, they're going to talk, and then they're going to turn into the soul again, and they're going to travel to the fireplace. Then they're going to turn into the girls again, have a little conversation, turn into a soul, and then go to the swing set. Once they're at the swing set, the soul is going to turn to a different color, and then you're going to be boss ready. Again, make sure that you're ready for the boss, and when you are, interact with the girls / the soul. It'll start a vote if you're with people, or it will just put you right in. Now, you're officially in the boss fight. There are 3 phases to the boss. The first phase, once it spawns, there will be 3 cysts. Just so you know, each location, for all 3 phases, the things here are going to be in the backyard of Yellow House, in the backyard of Greenhouse, and right in the middle of Trinity Avenue. So, for the first one is the cyst phase. What you're going to do is you're going to go to either of these 3 locations, fill the cyst, and a bubble will despawn. Then you're going to go to the next location, fill the cysts with souls, and the bubble will despawn. And then go to the 3rd location, and once again, repeat. Then it's going to be a defending phase. The girls are going to kind of have like an orb or force field around them, and you have to protect that force field. It can either be, again, it'll be in either of the 3 locations that you just got the cyst. If you fail, don't worry, the orb will spawn again in like 5 seconds. But if you do it correctly, then an orb will go to one of the other 2 locations. And you're going to just repeat this step again. And then again, it's going to go to the 3rd location, and you're just, again, going to repeat. If all 3 of those defense stages are done right, then you'll be able to damage the boss. You're going to get the boss down to about 1/3 of its health, and you're only going to be able to defeat its glowing weak points. Once you get about 1/3 of the health of the boss down, then what you're going to want to do is you're going to be in the next immune phase. Again, in the backyard of Greenhouse, in the backyard of Yellow House, or in the middle of Trinity Square, there's going to be these blobs. Above these blobs are going to be these like floating orbs, like how you activated Pack-a-Punch. You're going to shoot these orbs, zombies are going to spill out, and you're going to kill all the zombies that it spawns, and then the blob should be gone. Then you're going to go to the next location and repeat. And then you're going to go to the 3rd location and then repeat. And then the defending step is once again going to happen. Just be careful, because now fire tornadoes are going to be a pain in the ass. So you're going to defend this area. You're going to defend one area. Once that one's done, you're going to go to the next area and you're going to defend. And then once that's done, you're going to go to the 3rd area and defend. Again, if you fail defend stage, don't worry. The defend stage is going to restart in another 5 to 10 seconds. If you do all 3 defend stages again, you can damage the boss yet again. And you're going to deal another about 1/3 of its health. When 1/3 of the health remains, a final immune phase is going to start. Now a tornado zombie is going to spawn underneath the boss. What you're going to want to do is take the first tornado zombie to one of the 3 blob locations. Again, its zombies are going to latch onto it, and you want to kill those zombies that it latches onto, but once it latches onto the blob, then you want to kill the tornado zombie. If the tornado zombie dies, don't worry, after about 30 seconds it's going to respawn. Once you do one blob, another tornado zombie is going to spawn after about 30 seconds, and you're going to go and repeat this step for the other 2 blobs. Once you have all 3 of those done, then you'll be in the final defeat the boss stage. All you have to do is defeat the boss, and the Easter egg is now complete. I hope this was helpful. Let me know what you guys thought. If you have any questions or there's a certain step that you need specific instructions for, let me know. And thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, share, post notification if you guys enjoyed. And see you guys next time. Thank you and peace out.